workout yesterday morning. Thank you if you were there. If you weren't, you can watch the replay in here.
We'll keep it up for a little bit.
It's about a 20-minute HIIT workout. We did high and low versions. A lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
Sam. And those of you that saw that the weather was not great from my bear, I'm sorry to say, maybe. It did really brighten up later on.
It's bright now, look. Sunshine.
But
shade.
Cold. Buenos dias, Victoria.
It was so lovely to go out yesterday for a Boxing Day walk, wasn't it? There was a live band on, an Andalusian band, and everyone was like dancing around. It was so. No, you can't do it. No, it was really good. But loads of you on this morning. You're coming on. Who have we got? So
I hope you're all having a fabulous Christmas break.
Guys, can you say hello? Just so we know you're there. We've had good morning, Ruth. Hi, darling.
Sam, Victoria.
Buenos dias. How are you? Have you got like some mulled wine and mince pie fog going on still?
Fog?
Yeah. You know, you get that kind of weird...
I just ate the last mince pie to get rid of it.
He actually has. Is it not? Have you haven't eaten mine?
What?
I hope there's one left.
You said you were trying to...
You said you were trying to what? Go on.
Oops.
You said you were trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to lose weight. I have got a bit more body fat lying around though.
We've had only one question in this morning which we will address, but we have got another one. We're going to talk about basically like how to get back on track after the Christmas break. And then I thought I also might talk while we're still off about good Christmas movies to watch. Always professional. But first, I just a bit shameless self-promotion.
Oh my goodness.
We're in the Observer today.
Well, Jamesy's, you're quoted in it, aren't you?
Yeah, we both wrote it together though.
Yeah, but you're quoted, quite deservedly so. So, really, really amazing tips from my lovely Mr. D in the Observer around how to overcome lockdown anxiety through exercise and fitness. And actually it's a lovely lady that contacted us. She's done a few pieces on us before. She's lovely, isn't she?
She's trained with us in real life.
Down the road.
Lovely Genevieve.
Down the road,
thank you, Genevieve, if you ever watch this. Thank you so much. But the link's in the group, so go check it out or go buy the Observer in your local newsagent and have a read.
Yes, Mummy Wiley, I need to get her to go and get a paper. Have you asked Mummy Wiley yet?
I have.
Mummy Wiley's my mum, by the way. If you didn't know. Well done with the article, guys. Thanks, Victoria.
And Sam, eating your body weight in Christmas pudding. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us have.
We ate a lot yesterday, didn't we? We didn't really eat a ton of Christmas Day. I felt like...
Quite restrained, really.
Yeah, but then we just got overexcited yesterday. And not with... We only had one Kenya, didn't we? But with the food... I feel a bit this morning. And actually it's been a crazy morning because of the Observer piece. We've got loads of people booking calls with us. We've got loads of people
emailing us, joining the group.
So we've had a busy old morning this morning, much busier than we thought. So, yeah.
So let's get into crack-a-lacking. Sam, I'm sure you won't mind me saying that you said in the question, which was... kind of covered it a bit, I think it was last week or the week before. Oh no, it's about plateauing before, but it's like how to mix up my routine, mix up HIIT and resistance every 8 weeks or so. Yeah, so what we'd say with that, if your cardio training is like circuit-based HIIT, like we do in the Midlife method. Hey, morning, Sarah. Then you can just kind of keep going with that, because the beauty about like bodyweight circuit training is you'll move, it's different every time, so you're constantly like keeping your body guessing.
The intervals are different.
Intervals. So, Sam, if you're in our app, you can go back and obviously look through. If you go to a section called coaching items, you'll see all the ones you've ever been given are in there, so you can just go in and randomly do them.
Morning, Emma. Hi, gorgeous.
But yeah, if you're doing that, what I'd encourage you to do, if you're just doing a HIIT and you've got a favourite HIIT, like say for example, Tabatas, what you don't want to do is just kind of every HIIT session do Tabatas, because your body will get used to that 20 on, 10 second off. It's all about the body's ability to adapt very well to new forms of exercise. So if your cardio training is HIIT and mixing it up, or even if you're doing things like spinning like Peloton, other brands are available, but they're normally it's a different ride every time, so you're looking for the different working period, different intensity period, keeping the body guessing, so don't get stuck in the same thing. If your cardio is just doing the same thing, like going for a 20-minute run 3 times a week, your body will adapt to that. So to get results, we have to look at something called progression. So it means you'll have to run more or harder. So we always say, even if you're doing like our HIIT, it's really good to mix things up. Like, so 2 or 3 HIIT sessions a week, and then mix up something different. Go for a long walk, do a short run, get on a rowing machine, go for a bike ride. It's really good just to keep the body guessing, doing different things, and more importantly, just do what you enjoy.
So Sam, 9 of your HIIT videos, wanted to check that's okay. Yeah, nine different versions of HIIT, of our HIIT workouts that you've had in the Midlife method is absolutely fine. One thing I always like.
And you've got the one from yesterday to go back to now.
So what I would liken it to, this is how quickly your body adapts and starts getting results. So when I first became a PT, I also was teaching spin. Spin and insanity were the 2 ones that I would teach. And insanity is a crazy high intensity interval training. It's really, really insane, as it says on the tin. But I was doing probably about 6 spin classes a week and about 5 insanity classes, and my body is in better shape now, and I do less, but it's all different. It's all, there's very different HIIT workouts.
It's because she met me and I've coached her how to train better.
But it just shows. My God. It just shows if you're doing the same thing, and also it's that whole thing about putting your central nervous system under too much stress. So that's what I was doing big time. And, I was actually raising my cortisol and holding on to belly fat, and also I wasn't doing enough resistance training. So there's lots of factors to it, but the fact that if you said to someone, I was doing all of that cardio, all those spin classes, all those insanity classes, but it's the same thing over and over again, people would still go, oh my God, you must have been absolutely tiny. You must have been blasting through the fat. And, having to eat like a horse. And actually, my diet's pretty much like it is now. Actually, I'll probably eat more now. And
your CNS would have been overloaded.
Absolutely overloaded. And that's the problem with a lot of... Emma, I know you do F45. I don't know how much you're teaching right now. But, as an instructor, if you're doing that all the time, your body... it takes such a battering. It really does take a long time for your body to come back from that.
Wow.
That's why so many of them PTs get burnout and instructors get burnout so quickly. But yeah, Sam, that's absolutely fine. What I would say is maybe if you wanted to go out for you can do really fast runs. If you're not a runner, I'm not a runner, but actually I've started to enjoy
fast it. Now.
Fast. I've actually started, but that's because... there's quite short distances, but I actually quite like going out for a little run now. And I didn't used to. I screwed up my knee in my early 20s from running, but actually I really, really like it now. And I know that it does make a difference. And if you can't get into gyms very much at the moment, but even going into the gym, we do a HIIT workout. Then I'll go in and do the treadmill where we'll do intervals, hills. So we do mix it up. Because we know that if we're doing the same thing over and over again, our bodies will get used to it.
So I'd say, with the cardio, just keep mixing it kind of all the time. So it's not I'm going to run for 8 weeks and then I'll change to rowing. Just keep mixing it up.
So maybe go for a little jog or something, or a really fast walk so it gets your heart rate up and then bring it back down again. So a slower walk and then.
Yeah, for the resistance training, you do want to stick with the same methodology for around 8 weeks, but then mix it up again because again the body adapts. So in terms of
11.
weights, 11. There's loads of ways you can mix it up. Obviously, you're looking for progression. So if you're doing the same exercise over and over in the same rep range and set range, you want to be adding more weight all the time. But your body will also adapt to that. You'll probably find for a new exercise, you'll be able to increase your strength and increase your weight fairly fast, then that rate of progress will slow and stall, which is probably then the indication to change it for something else, work the same muscle group but in a different way. So you can do different numbers of sets, different numbers of reps, and the number of reps you do will work different muscle fibers in different ways. Or obviously you can change the exercise completely. So take an example, for chest, if you were doing a machine chest, 4 sets of 8. At the moment, you've done that for, say, 8 weeks and you kind of couldn't go any higher, you'd stalled. Maybe it's time to move to an incline dumbbell press, 3 sets of 20 reps at a lighter rate, just hitting
But let's give you a home version. So obviously that's if you've got a gym. So just as an example there, to take it into a home environment, if you're doing... if you've got a band, for example, and you're doing chest flies with a band all the time, maybe you want to grab a kettlebell push up with a kettlebell, for example, or if you've got
or banded press ups.
Yeah, or if you want to get some extra equipment, dumbbells, like some light dumbbells, and you could do a press with dumbbells as well. So there is things at home that you can do to mix it up as well. And actually, when we were in lockdown version 1, you know, when we were in Primrose Hill training, we had to keep mixing ours up, didn't we? Different rep ranges, and that's why it is quite helpful. This isn't actually a shameless plug at all. This is helpful that if you don't know how to mix it up all the time, that is why it is quite helpful to have people just to take a look and go, okay, so how you progress it now for the next 4 weeks and the next 4 weeks, which is what, when some people on here have done the Midlife Method 8-week program, they just go to what we call maintenance, where we just create new programs for them all the time, so they're constantly getting results. But it can get a bit confusing, but that's why we do these free content sessions and Q&As, so you can ask us and we can tell you what it is. But obviously there's no substitute really for having it all scheduled out. I know that helps a lot of people, but... So there's the answer to your question, Sam. Hope that helps.
Anyone else with questions, drop them into the comments now. We'll move on to the next thing, which wasn't a question sent in, but I know will be in a lot of people's minds. It's basically...
Sorry guys, I haven't had time to eat my lovely shake. It's so yummy. It's made such a yummy shake this morning.
After the Christmas indulgence, what should you do? Like, because we know the feeling, right? You've overindulged, you're probably taking your foot off the gas in terms of your exercise. It's really easy to go, oh, you know what? I'll just leave it another day. I'll leave it another day. Please do not. No. And this isn't so much about the physical actually, because you won't actually trigger physical changes in your body unless you do it like a number of days consecutively missing your training and overeating. It's more to do with your mind and your subconscious. If you're well into exercise, if you're new to exercise, it's like a new habit you've formed. And the thing is, if we press the pause button on it, our software it's designed in such a way that we'll go back to the path of least resistance. We'll go back to what's more familiar, what's less trouble. So if you've been building the habit of exercise and doing it and then you stop, like your default setting is probably going to be to go back to like, oh, I'll just sit on the sofa and leave it. You do not want to do that, because as we know with the habits, we strengthen the neural pathway. So that one, the old one, is atrophying. We want to reinforce new one exercise. So even getting up and doing going, you know what, I'll just do like something for 15 minutes is just
5 minutes. Do some abs. Yeah. Just do some ab workout. Just
reinforcing to your subconscious that you're back on the track and you're doing something, and this is a new habit that you are keeping going with.
I just said this to a client actually that emailed. I gave her some advice and she said the same thing, and we've all done a little bit less over the Christmas holiday, the Christmas period. That's what we're supposed to do because life's about balance. But what I said to her is, just today, the day after Boxing Day, you've had potentially Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. What you need to do today, do not leave this, is reconnect with your why and your goal, okay? So, why are you doing this? What is your goal? And what are the little steps you can take in the next few days to get you back on the horse again, to get you feeling good about yourself and proud and trusting that you can keep getting back on that horse and it's all going to be okay. So if you're sitting there watching this live now or on replay and you're like, oh God, I can't be bothered. Don't let the path of least resistance, which is your subconscious mind, the path of least resistance, your subconscious mind is going to go, oh, it won't matter if you just leave it another day. It won't matter. It does matter. So take the time today. 5-10 minutes, put some nice music on, grab a coffee, grab a tea, whatever. Sit down, go, okay, why do I need to reconnect with this right now? Why is this important to me? What is my goal and what can I do in the next couple of days to really, really get back on the horse again? Because the longer you leave it, the worse it gets. This is that whole thing around stopping.
Yeah.
Just you can't give your subconscious mind. It is that much of a tricky little beast, and you give it an inch and it will take a mile.
Exactly. And psychologically, we get it. You've had this time off. Now you're thinking, oh, you know what? It's like 5 days till New Year's Eve. Maybe I'll just start after New Year. Do not do that. Like today is a perfect day. Like I said, to get out, move somehow. If you just go out for a walk, right, or just do like a 5-minute abs, do something. But make a plan today. Go, all right, okay, New Year's Eve is on Thursday night. What movement do I want to do for my body between now and then, rather than just leaving it? And actually write it down on a bit of paper in a notebook, and then you're committing to doing it. Going, okay, Monday, I'm going to just do some
Make a plan, exactly.
I'll do some resistance training on Tuesday. I might have a rest on Wednesday. I'll just do, New Year's Eve, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great?
Wouldn't it be great if?
To move your body. Might be a workout on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah, no, we are going to do a workout on New Year's Eve.
You missed your cue there, Claire.
Sorry, I was doing a you. I was doing a marital deafness that James is so good at.
So you can put that in. We are going to do a live workout on New Year's Eve.
Because we loved it so much yesterday morning. There
probably
we are.
in the morning, actually, so that's going to work best.
God,
People, yeah, probably all getting your party frocks on, ready to celebrate at home.
Don't be me. We're doing it.
Not being mean. It's a sad fact of life at the moment, isn't it?
Still put your party frocks on though. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So of course we're doing it in the morning. It's a HIIT workout. Got to do it fasted.
Yeah. So Thursday morning we'll be doing. We'll put details in the group later. But just plan the rest of the week. Don't think I'll start now in January. Get moving. Get going.
I'm just going to give, because I like giving examples. You know, like even today, James and I have got up, and I know we've had the whirlwind of the Observer piece, which is amazing. And thank you, universe. Because we're going to get to talk to loads of people on our consultation calls and stuff, and we love meeting new people, even if it's online. But, you know, today we've re-engaged with our goals and our why a little bit, and this, when you're doing like little bits towards a goal, and our goal, yes, it's physical, but our goal is to, oh my goodness, just serve as many midlifers at the highest level possible. More and more and more. So re-engaging with that on a daily basis is really, really important to hardwire our brain for our purpose and our mission. So we never let that slip more than a couple of days. Actually, we even, yesterday morning we're connecting with you guys. It's about keeping that flame alive, constantly fueling the flame, fueling the fire within you about your why, your purpose, your mission, your health goals, your every goal. And not letting that slide, because even in our business, it would be easy to do that. And the further you get away from connecting to that mission or connecting to your goal, you're kind of scrabbling around trying to get back. And we've done that loads of times. We're scrabbling around to get back to it and reconnect with it, and it gets harder the longer you leave it. But yeah, so
are we back, guys? We got an alarming message then. Yeah, we're still there. We're still here. So those are the 2 points. I was just going to talk about Christmas movies. I know a lot of us sat at home watching TV over the break. I thought we'd just share a few tips with you for this. It's fun to do. I love It's a Wonderful Life, old-time classic, really affirming. But the other one we watched again, so we watched it when it came out last year.
Everyone panned it, didn't they?
Yeah, it got panned by the critics, but actually on second watching, it's even better. And some great philosophy in there, which is weird. So I've got at the front disclaimer: I'm not a George Michael Wham fan at all. But the movie,
you lie.
The movie Last Christmas is actually really beautiful and worth a watch.
3 rounds Pike swimming pool in Ibiza, pretending you're George different. Michael.
Club Tropicana and drops it free.
See?
With my inflatable banana.
No, but you didn't tell them. Did you say what it's called? It's
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. It's really, really beautiful, and I think maybe the reason you said that is because actually, Christmas is a time that you should be, look back over the year that you've had, and I know it's been a really, really difficult one and a hard one for...
I was watching this, a bit behind there.
I know. the faces I pulled from this, I've done it before 2 weeks ago. I screenshot all the different faces, and I'm like, I don't know why people say I'm so expressive. It was just changing every 2 seconds. Because, actually I know it's been a difficult year for so many people. That's an understatement. But one thing that it did make us, even just watching the film, and we all need reminders, but to be really, really grateful for what we do have, the simple things that we have. There's a wonderful line that he says in it. He says...
Being a human being is hard enough.
Yeah, and why... Don't keep trying to be something all the time. Being human is hard. It's basically just saying, allow yourself to just be. So there's always that thing about we're human beings, not human doings. We're so busy trying to become something, and I'm so guilty of this. I've even just said that. But it's really, really good just to reflect on the year. This is the perfect time to do it. Reflect on the year, reflect on what you do have, reflect on what you're really, really grateful for. And I think that's what came out of the film yesterday. We're both sitting there, you won't mind me saying, had little tears. I had a lot of tears. James had a little tear in his eye.
I stubbed my toe.
But yeah, it's all around being grateful. Following on from that, allow yourself to just be. This is a strange question, but 12 months ago,
I set myself some huge life-changing targets and have recently achieved a final challenge.
But somehow...
Oh,
can I answer this?
I wanted to say really, really common.
Really common. So when we achieve things, we get the high, or even if you kind of, you're so busy trying to get there that actually you forget that the journey is the whole part of it. So when you get there, you're kind of deflated because you're focusing on the getting there rather than necessarily the journey. And then what you realise is you're a constant becoming. So you're a constant becoming rather than getting. So when you do get the thing, a lot of the time we do feel deflated because it's not the thing we're after, it's the person we're becoming on the way there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I say absolutely that. And it's great to set goals and focus on them, but sometimes we can focus on the goal, the destination, the end result. So when we actually get there, obviously we've been on the journey to go, but we've not really appreciated the journey. Not saying that's the case for you, but we reach the end goal and it's done, everything's finished because we've achieved the goal, and then we can get this feeling like really
totally
flat.
Yeah,
like,
so we've had it in the business so many times.
Your identity gets slightly wrapped up in the goal and the quest for the goal. So when the goal is achieved, you're
who am I now?
Like, what now?
What am I? I feel like I'm stopping. Yeah, so Victoria, that is honestly so common. It's one of those things that what you need to do is reconnect with the next thing, and it's not to not enjoy where you're at. So just know that it's not that you didn't want it enough. Sometimes there's a feeling of guilt, or that you might self-sabotage because you're not happy when you're there. Honestly, human beings are supposed to be constantly evolving and becoming and knowing themselves more and more. It's self-actualization. It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We're constantly wanting to self-actualize and get more in tune with who we really are, self-actualization. So that is an exact point that we always say. What you're saying there, Victoria, is the exact thing that we always say, is once you get there, it's not the getting there, it's the person you're becoming as you're getting there, and the things you're learning about yourself. So it's not the thing. It's about you. It's an internal knowing, and it's an internal truth. So you're going to get there and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I got there, I should feel this, but I don't. And that's why you need to re-engage with a new thing, a next thing. But take some time as well, is what I would say. Don't rush it. Does that make any sense to you, Victoria? About the fact that we're constantly self-actualising, becoming more. Otherwise, we'd just stop with what we have and never want anything else.
And I'd say for all of you, now is actually a great time to do it. So we've kind of like a natural pause point in the year before we renew and we go again. So rather than just like stumbling into 2021, we're like, I'm going to keep going as I am. Take these next few days. You've got like four clear days. Yeah, Virgo's, yeah.
Yes.
Claire's Virgo. Take these next 4 days just to slow everything down. Get big bits of paper out. Or just write down like what lights me up in life. Yeah. What do I want to achieve this year? What do I want to be more of? And take your time working that out and what it looks like. And set. I hate setting resolutions. Don't set resolutions, but just make goals for yourself for the year ahead that can make you feel great about yourself.
Yeah, us Virgos do find it really hard to slow down. I mean, November, we kind of, because there was lots going on in our world anyway, we took like a bit of a slower approach to everything. And that was really, it's hard for you too, but it was really hard for me. I felt like I wasn't moving towards my goals quick enough. I didn't feel like I was doing enough and all that kind of stuff. And I get that. But at the same time, there are seasons for everything, Victoria, and all of you. There are seasons. And this is a season, winter solstice is when we go into hibernation a little bit more. So actually allow yourself to reconnect with who you are and center yourself and have fun planning what's coming. Have fun planning what's coming. You don't have to be in action all the time. I know, I was going to mention that. So you don't have to be in constant doing. You can be in planning and visualizing. Let's use this time to reconnect with your imagination and your excitement for life and what's coming. So that can be your work, that can be your doing, rather than just action, in the finite detail of things. Think nice and broadly if you can. Now, James was swiping around there and I was like, what's he doing? But I thought that as well.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to call it that.
I know we're not calling that.
But...
say you didn't miss your cue again.
So, it's really interesting, Victoria, that you brought that up, because James and I wondered if it might be super helpful for all of you in this group to connect with us between, which isn't very long, between Christmas and New Year, over the next few days potentially, to do a live future setting the scene for 2021 with us. Not necessarily just around your health and wellness goals, but your happiness goals, your success goals, but I'm giving you the framework to move through how we work with clients, but doing it live in this group. Sloth mode. Yeah, exactly, little sloth. It's me. I don't know why you call me a sloth. I am in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. But then you're hyperactive.
Good.
So I'm in.
Victoria, yes. Does that sound something that you might want to do? Because it's a live future setting. Looking at 2021, what we want to, how we get there, what we take our clients through, how we get them to really connect with their why, and how to constantly, every single day, within your habits and your mindset, staying, great idea, yes, okay, lovely.
I'm just saying, like, that's going to put us under a lot of pressure to live that before New Year. We could do it, like, because New Year's Day is the 1st, we could do it in this weekend, on the 2nd or 3rd, Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you with the date, team.
But if you like that idea, do let us know. And even if you're watching the replay on this, do let us know that you're up for that. But I think it's just something that, especially with what's gone on in the world this year, I think it's just something that everyone could really help with the framework, basically, of how we do it for ourselves, what we do, and doing it live, so you can ask questions to us. Goal setting. Yeah, so Emmy, you've actually been through a version of it on our live retreats. We've kind of shifted and changed a few bits. We'll add a few bits around habits and things. So we'll put that together. But if we know that there's a need there and there's a yes, then we are really excited about doing that.
Yes, we'd love to do that with you.
Yay.
I think maybe the weekend might be a great way to start the year, on like the 2nd or 3rd of Jan.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have a think.
Yeah, we might even ask you guys in the group, actually.
A poll.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... The 31st isn't great. If we're going to do a live workout on the 31st as well, it's probably not great to do.
I know how long you take to get ready for New Year's Eve.
Where am I going? Where are you taking me? You taking me anywhere nice?
Balcony.
The balcony. That's lovely, isn't it? Right, guys. On that note, if you've got any more questions, it's very excited for that. Oh, good,
I
Emma.
think it'd be awesome. We're excited. We've been talking about that the last few days and getting excited.
While you're on, what do you think? Before the year's out, which doesn't leave long, or beginning of 2021? Let us know. Comments, interaction, please. Let us know now. Now!
No.
Let us know. If you, and honestly, please don't hold back. Be honest with us. What's going to be the most helpful for you before the end of the year? Because we do this anyway. Goal setting and the why.
I'll tell you what. I mean more precise than that. So realistically, for us to kind of prep and get ready for it, it's going to either be the 31st
or the 2nd
of January. So 31st or the 2nd. Drop in 31 or drop in a 2. But either time, yeah. I agree, Sam. I think I don't let me influence the result.
You just have!
Don't let me get my big red battle bus out with my 350 billion to the NHS.
Second. Oh, okay, great. All right. That's
2nd of January.
You're going to do a little victory dance now. Actually, I just wanted it to be best for you. So honestly, whatever works best for you, 31st or the 2nd, it's no skin off our nose. Because I've got all the coaching stuff anyway, so for that.
Well, we're going to love doing that.
2nd is good. Sarah, hello. Hey, Sarah. So didn't see you arrive, sweetheart. Yes. Okay.
2nd of January. We're going to do it.
They're going to get fed up with us. They'll see us on the 31st, the 2nd, and the 3rd for coffee with Claire and James.
Well, that's good, because people have questions. If they go away and finish the goal setting and they have things that they think through overnight, they can come back and ask on the 3rd.
I love how we're planning this live with you. Don't ever say that it's not like an interactive situation.
Keeping it real.
where we're like, oh, what do you want us to do? This is the best way, right?
It is.
If you assume it makes an ass out of you and me.
Listen, team, thank you so much for being here this morning. You really do make our Sunday mornings. Thank you for those of you who came yesterday for the workout as well.
The way you look at me so often. The way you look at me so often is like that. Assuming gets you into trouble, doesn't it, mister?
Always. Just wishing you an amazing, amazing Sunday and the next few days. So we'll see you again on the 31st for a live workout.
We loved it so much.
Details come in.
My husband was thinking of joining the cult. I kept disappearing saying, got to go and listen to Claire and James.
Oh, bring him along.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want, obviously psychology is part of this. We're mind fiddling you without even you knowing. In a good way.
So we'll see you on the 31st for a workout. If you can make that, we'll put the details in later. And then on the 2nd of January we'll do a big old goal setting workshop for 2021 live. That'll be amazing.
Awesome. Guys, please share this.
Day.
Tell people about this group because it's growing massively. We've had like 20 new members or something in the last week. So it's growing. I'm going to welcome everyone in a second, actually, just so you can join in and say hello to them. That's really nice if some of you... I can always say oldies. I don't mean oldies. Some of the ones that have been here for longer and know us very, very well. Originals. If you could even jump in and welcome new people to the group, we'd always really, really love that because it makes people feel, just really welcome from the outset. So that would be awesome. But if you know anyone else that would benefit from the Midlife Mentors community, please get them to join because we love doing this and we love reaching more people. So that's it. We're sending you oodles of love and we'll catch up with you in a few days.
Yeah, have a